Hi traders, welcome to Stock Pressure. Today we come up with another video of weekly sync peak. So let's start our video. Before going to the stocks, let's see how overall market is performing at the moment. In the daily chart of Nifty, you can clearly see that the stock is at an important hurdle zone that comes around 15,700. Why it is important? You can clearly see that after this severe sell-off, exactly around this region, the index took a bounce and it went almost to 18,000. From there was another sell-off. From exact this point, there was a bounce back. So this area is very important, and currently you can see that after a severe sell-off for the last couple of trading session, index is getting some stability and currently trading around this region. Hence, if you are getting a continuous buying above this zone, then you may expect some bounce back in index. In the screen, you are seeing the daily chart of Nifty Auto. In the chart, you can clearly see that even though the overall market was bleeding, this auto sector was showing some strength, and it is currently trading around some important resistance zone. If the overall market perform some bullish movement in the coming trading sessions, you may see some good movement in auto as well. So let's check what are the auto stocks that may give good up movement in the coming trading sessions. One of the auto stock that we are tracking is Maruti. In the daily chart of Maruti, you can clearly see that the area we marked that come around 8,000 region is acting as a resistance. Here you can see that the stock was facing this continuous resistance around this zone, and two trading sessions before it gave a breakout, and it is currently trading above that region. Hence, in the coming trading session, if you are getting a consolidation around this region and there is a breakout or there is a retest and you are showing some bullish setup here, then you can plan for long trade in Maruti. Before going to any bullish trade, you should check the overall market whether it is going upside. If market is not bullish, then you can completely avoid this trade because that does not make any sense. The second stock that we are tracking is the TVS Motor. It's also a stock belongs to auto sector. In the weekly chart of TVS Motor, you can clearly see that the area that comes around 780 region is acting as a resistance for the stock multiple times. Here you can see here as well, it tried for a breakout but it failed, and in the last week it gave a weekly candle closing above this zone. Hence, if you are getting a further buying above this zone, then you can participate swing trading in TVS Motor, provided Nifty Auto should be traded in the upper side and also the overall market, that is Nifty, is trading in bullish setup. And one more stock from auto sector, that is M&M. In the weekly chart of M&M, you can clearly see that the area around 1000 is acting as a resistance for the stock. Here you can see that it was acting as a resistance here as well, and for the last 4 weeks you can clearly see that there was a breakout and there was a retest and there was a closing well above that zone. And for the coming trading session, if auto index is trading in the upper side and Nifty is bullish, then you can plan for long trading M&M. Other than auto sector, one more sector that may perform a bullish movement will be Nifty PSU Bank. In the daily chart of Nifty PSU Bank, you can see that the area we marked around, that is coming around 2400 region, it is acting as a supply demand area for the stock. For the index, you can see that after a severe sell-off, exactly from this point, it took a bounce back. Here as well, you can see that there is a bounce back. Here also, you can see some buying action. And after a breakout, you can clearly see that there was a U-shaped recovery along with the market, and it is currently trading above that zone. Hence, this Nifty PSU stocks may show some bullish movement in the coming trading session if overall market favors its bullish movement. The one stock that shows some similar structure with Nifty PSU Bank index is Canara Bank. Here you can see that the area we mark around, that is coming 180-182 region, it is acting as a supply demand for the stock area for the stocks, and currently it is trading around that region. And in last few trading session, after there is a false breakdown, it showed some reverse movement. So in the coming trading session, if you are getting a breakout above this zone and overall index and Nifty PSU index is trading in positive side, then you can plan for some long trade in Canara Bank as well. So these are the 4 stocks in which we are trying to identify some bullish setup. You can also add the stocks to your watch list and can track. Before taking any trade, you should be careful. You should check what index overall Nifty index is performing, and you should check what sector is performing. After that only you should take the trading decision. Even though market shows some recovery in the last few trading sessions, still we are in some weird territory. You have to check the price action that is developing in the market. According to that, you can enter in the trade. In this market condition, if you are not ready to take any bullish position or if you are uncomfortable in taking any bullish position, you can just add these stocks to your watch list and just observe these stocks for some study purposes. Now let's see which are the stocks that is now selling radar. The first stock that we are looking for in a bearish setup is Muthoot Finance. You are seeing the weekly chart of Muthoot Finance in the screen. In the weekly chart, you can clearly see that the area we mark here, that is come around 1050 region. It is acting as a supply demand area for the stock. Here you can see that the stock was taking support around this zone multiple times, and after there is a severe sell-off, you can clearly see here that the stock is getting some buying action here. But in the last 2 weeks, you can clearly see that the stock was trading below this region. Hence, this stock come under bear territory at this moment. So you can plan for any short trade in Muthoot Finance by checking the price action of the stock. The second stock that we are tracking for some bearish setup is GAIL. In the weekly chart of GAIL, you can clearly see that the area we marked, that is coming around 120 by 130 region, is acting as a supply demand area for the stock multiple times. So you can see that the stock was taking support around this region multiple times, and after there's a severe sell-off exactly from this point, you can see that there was a bounce back and there was a sell-off here, and currently stock is trading around that region. If in the coming trading section, if market is bearish and if you are getting a daily candle closing below this 125 region, then you can plan for short trade in GAIL, provided how the energy sector is performing. Is it bearish? If it is bearish, then it is giving some confluence to your trade, and if Nifty also is falling, then you may get some good risk reward trade in GAIL. So these are the 5 stocks that we are tracking for the coming trading session. According to the market condition, whether it is bullish or bearish, you can plan your trade. Before entering in a trade, I am repeating once again, you have to see the price action that is developing in the index and the sector as well. According to that, you can trade either long trade or short trade. I hope the explanation that I given to you is understandable and you are getting some value. If you find it valuable, please like and share this video with your friends. And finally, thanks for watching, and I am wishing you a happy trading week ahead.